Have you ever noticed how your dog changes position throughout the day? One moment they're curled into a tight ball near the radiator. Then half an hour later, they're completely flat on their back with their legs in the air like they've given up entirely on dignity. Most people don't spend much time thinking about it. Comfortable, they assume. Just finding a warm spot. But the position your dog chooses when they sleep is communicating something far more specific than that. Sleep is the most vulnerable state any animal can enter. Every survival instinct your dog carries, inherited from thousands of years before they ever saw the inside of a house, is still active the moment they close their eyes. So, the way they position their body when they sleep isn't random. It's a direct window into how safe, relaxed, and emotionally settled they feel in that environment at that exact moment. Here are 5 of the most common sleeping positions and what each one is actually telling you about the animal sharing your home. 1. The donut. You've almost certainly seen this one, since it's the most common sleeping position there is. Your dog loops themselves into a tight circle, nose tucked toward their tail, paws pulled in close, the whole body folded into something compact and self-contained. It looks cozy. For most people, that's the whole analysis. But this position has roots that go back far beyond your living room floor. In the wild, a sleeping animal with their belly exposed is an easy target. Vital organs, the heart, lungs, digestive system, sit behind almost no natural armor. By curling inward, a dog protects all of those at once, creating a kind of living shield around the parts that matter most. The position also retains heat. A tightly coiled body loses warmth through a much smaller surface area, which mattered enormously to their ancestors sleeping in open terrain with nothing above them. Something worth paying attention to here: when you see your dog in the donut position, especially if they've chosen a corner or pressed themselves against a wall while doing it, they may be telling you something about how settled they actually feel in that space. Not afraid exactly, but not fully relaxed either. Dogs who are genuinely at ease in their environment tend to open up over time. The donut is a default, a posture they reach for when the nervous system hasn't fully decided the coast is clear. It's ancient, it's instinctive, and it's still running quietly in the background of your dog's brain every time they lie down. 2. The belly back. This is the position that looks the silliest and means the most. Your dog is completely on their back, all 4 legs pointing at the ceiling, belly entirely exposed to the world. Some dogs let their jaw go slack at the same time. It looks undignified. That's almost the point. Of all the positions a dog can sleep in, this one demands the most from their sense of safety. Everything their instincts are hardwired to protect is facing directly upward with zero defense. There's no quick escape from this position, and no fast recovery if something startled them. For a dog to sleep like this, their nervous system has to have genuinely, completely concluded that nothing in the surrounding environment poses any threat. There's a practical dimension too. The belly and inner thighs have thinner fur and sit closer to surface blood vessels, so lying this way releases body heat efficiently, which is why you'll often see it in warmer weather. But temperature alone doesn't explain why some dogs do this only in specific rooms, or only when their owner is nearby. The sense of safety has to come first. A dog lying belly up near you is not just finding a cool spot on the floor. They've decided that you are the reason it's safe to expose every vulnerable part of themselves without concern. That's not nothing. That's about as direct a statement of trust as a dog is capable of making. 3. The Superman. Belly flat on the floor, front paws stretched out ahead, back legs splayed behind. This position looks like a dog attempting to take off. You'll see it most in puppies and high-energy dogs, often in the middle of the afternoon, and almost always right after some kind of intense play. What's happening here isn't deep rest. This is a dog whose body is physically tired, but whose brain is nowhere close to powering down. The stretched-out posture keeps muscles primed and accessible. They can move from completely flat to fully upright in a fraction of a second if the right trigger appears. A sound from outside, the clink of a collar, the creak of someone getting up. Their body is taking a break. Their brain is parked with the engine idling. The cool floor against the belly also helps with temperature regulation, while the body recovers from exertion, which is part of why dogs seek out tiles or hardwood for this one rather than their soft bed. The soft bed is for actual sleep. The cool kitchen floor is for recovering between rounds. If your dog takes the Superman regularly after activity and then springs straight back up the moment something catches their attention, you already know the story. They're not done. They're just borrowing a few minutes. The Superman is less a sleeping position and more a very convincing pause. 4. On their side. This is where actual sleep happens. Your dog is fully on their side, legs extended, body loose, and completely open. No tension anywhere. Sometimes a twitch in the paws, maybe a low sound, almost a whimper. And then, if you watch long enough, the legs start moving. Slow at first, then faster, like they're running through some wide open field at full speed. That movement isn't random. Researchers believe dogs experience something functionally very close to REM sleep, the same phase in humans where dreaming takes place. The paws move because the brain is active. The whimpers happen because something in that inner landscape is worth reacting to. What they're chasing or playing with, nobody can say for certain. But the brain is clearly doing something in there. What makes the side position significant isn't just that it's comfortable. It requires a complete release of muscular tension and a full drop of every protective arrangement. No posture for quick movement, no guarding of the belly, no alert positioning. The dog has fully committed to being unconscious and undefended. That only happens when the threat detection system has been completely convinced it can stand down. Dogs tend to reach this depth of sleep most easily in familiar spaces and near the people they trust. If your dog regularly sleeps on their side in your presence, legs out, body loose, occasionally running somewhere you can't follow, they are as settled as a dog gets. And if you've ever felt an unexpected calm watching them sleep like that, you're not imagining it. 5. The press. This last one doesn't always make the standard list, but it might be the most significant of all. Your dog isn't curled up independently or stretched out in a sunny corner. They're pressed against you. Your leg, your back, your side. And that is specifically where they've decided to sleep. We already know that sleep is the moment of greatest vulnerability. And yet, instead of finding an enclosed space to rest alone, your dog comes directly to you at exactly that moment. Not just nearby, against you with physical contact. And that contact matters in ways that have actually been measured. Studies looking at dogs and owners in close proximity during sleep found that heart rates begin to converge. The nervous systems start to co-regulate. Your calm becomes their calm, and their presence feeds something back into yours at the same time. When your dog presses against you to sleep, they aren't being needy or clingy. They're doing what a securely attached animal does at the moment when they are most exposed. They're placing themselves against the safest thing in their world. That arrangement, where your presence gives them the signal to fully let go and their presence does something similar for you, wasn't accidental. It was built over thousands of years because it worked for both sides. That contract is still being honored every night, on your bed or your sofa or wherever they've decided to lean against you, like the agreement is still very much active. Because for them, it is. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these positions does your dog prefer? And if you've ever watched them sleeping on their side with the legs moving, leave a comment below and tell us what you think they were chasing. We'd love to know.